Yo, what up folks? I've been looking pretty much everywhere online trying to find a install for the Passanger pegs on a Harley Iron 883, but I can't find one, so this is my attempt at making one. Basically got the pegs for left and right, well the mounting brackets, the pegs, and then all the hardware that comes with it. It's a couple of bolts, a couple of washers, and some clevis pins. Got it all taped up with my mustache tape. Installing it on a 2013 Harley Iron 883. Pretty much where they should go is, you see these little plugs right here, there and there. Now, the thing that sucks about that is this one's easy to get to, but this one, not so much. I've got the Vance & Hines big radius exhaust, and what we have to do is we're gonna have to loosen the exhaust at the flange. And then we're also going to have to loosen the bracket, because the bracket's what's going to get in the way for the most part. Regardless, if you have the stock exhaust, you're going to have to loosen it. So that's pretty much what it looks like on that side. And on the other side, you're going to be removing this bolt and then this little piece right here as well. I don't know if you guys can see that. So yeah, well, let's get to it. Basically, the instructions say, see the service parts illustration, remove and discard the black plastic hole plugs in the frame, which looks like, well, can't really see it. Anyways, these instructions are garbage. There's so few. Anyway, so what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to remove that little plug and that little plug as well. And so, like people have said, you can just use a pick, pretty much just using a little sharp knife to wedge in there, and then just take it right out. Same with the bottom. Alright, so this is pretty much all the hardware that comes with the kit. I'll list the kit number down in the description as well. Man, my hand looks fat as fuck. In this GoPro. Anyway, so you've got the three long bolts and one short bolt, all hex, and those are basically going to go into the plugs there. So for each of these bolts, you're going to need a 5/16 inch hex bit socket, and you're going to have the bracket oriented basically like that, so it's facing upwards. So in the directions it says that the peg has to be facing upwards at a 45-degree angle whenever folded up. So that's going to allow it to face up this way. Alright, so on this side, basically working around the swing arm bag here, you're going to take out this black plastic plug. I'm going to face this away from the brake lines. Alright, so there's the plug. Here's the threading. And then you're going to remove this bracket as well. So after removing that bolt, looking at the length of it, I say it would probably be pretty safe to bet that that's where the short bolt in the kit goes, because that ain't very long. That's not what she said. Alright, that little short bolt in the back, the length between these two obviously is right about the same, so yep, that little short bolt goes in the bottom part of this. Alright, here it is with the bracket all installed. It's on there. I haven't torqued it down yet, but that's what that side looks like installed. Left side is like super easy. Let's get to the right side now. Alright, well I've put the bracket on this one to see if we could have like any clearance at all and trying to get that bolt tightened up, but with this being that long and us having that much clearance, that ain't gonna work unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to basically loosen the exhaust of the flanges, which requires a 1/2 inch socket with an extension, just so you can get in there and get to that bottom one as well. Probably gonna wanna loosen them from the bracket as well, but the thing is I gotta fucking loosen the bracket, which requires moving the cover. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Alright, so I went ahead and decided to take the part of the exhaust off. I loosened it up at the flange. Started to pull it out and then remembered the oxygen sensor, which I've already got it unclipped here. But if you guys are going to take that top part of the exhaust off, what you might have to do, be sure to unplug your oxygen sensor. Make sure that's all undone. I've got it disconnected from the bracket as well. And then you should be able to just remove it. So removing that will allow you guys access to the sprocket cover right here, which I need to remove in order to get to loosening up this bracket. So yeah, you're gonna unscrew here, here, and here. That's gonna be a pain. Damn it. All right, got the sprocket cover off after finagling with it for a bit, and it's got 3 more. Well, the bracket has 3 more screws. Obviously, I've put them in. I didn't remember there being 3. I thought there was only 2. But suggestion: if you're installing an exhaust, whenever you have your other one off, if you're ever considering passenger pegs, just go ahead and freaking install them then, because it's gonna be so much easier. I'm actually considering, just in order to get to this bottom threading for the foot peg, I'm considering just drilling through the bracket. Got the bracket on there. The manual says to torque these bolts down to 45 to 50 foot-pounds. So grab your torque wrench, set it to 45, 50 foot-pounds. If you guys don't have one of these, invest in it. Incredibly valuable. Don't over torque the screws and strip them, because that's bad news. But yeah, got it on there. All right, so I've got this side tightened down. Got the torque wrench. If you guys don't know how to use a torque wrench, here's a quick how-to. We're basically gonna loosen this up, and then you're going to be able to adjust the handle. You've got markings on here like, 2, 4, 6, 8. You're going to find your torque foot-pounds and basically set it to that. You can twist this left and right, and so you want it kind of like, you want that 0 to match up with what you need. Put that in and twist until you hear it click. Right there. Do it one more time. Alright, so that's at 30. One more time on the bottom. Alright, so it's at 30. And then we're going to adjust it to be at 45 to 50. So you want to work your way up. Alright, so basically what the instructions say is that you have to take the foot peg, and the rounded part here, it has to be facing inwards towards the bike when it's folded up. So when it's like that, the rounded part needs to be facing that way, so like that. So the way you're going to put the peg onto the bracket or the mount is in this order. Basically, you're going to have this and this go together. The flat side goes towards the flat part, obviously, of that, right? So you're going to have that there, like that. Make sure that those line up, flat, flat. And you're going to push it into there. It's going to be really snug. Push it in, make sure everything lines up. I'm probably going to have to get like a screwdriver and line all that up. And then clevis pin is going to go through here. And then once you get all that lined up, retaining piece is going to go over that little notch in the clevis pin. Alright, so once you line that up, I just used a screwdriver, push it through, rotate it around, make sure it lined up. You're going to put the clevis pin through. You've got the bracket, you've got the actual peg, you've got the spring washer in there, and then on the underside you're going to put this little retainer on there somehow. How, I do not know. I'll figure it out. Alright, so I learned a little something. Got the clevis pin in, got the foot peg in, got the spring washer in, but little retaining washer thing that goes there, I did not. It has, basically looks like that. And those 2 little holes, you need a, what they call like snap pliers. I think that's what they call them. I'll post a link up. But basically I got that one on, but it doesn't have those on there. And trying to squeeze one of those apart with some pliers, I lost one. So now I gotta go to Harley and see if I can buy that little damn piece. This is what it looks like on the right side of the bike. Folds down, folds up. Alright, so this is basically the tool you need. They're called snappering pliers. They look like that. You squeeze them, they come in, you let them go, they push out, and they will fit perfectly into the little holes on there. I lost that first one, so I went and bought some more from Harley. So, yeah, that's what you need. I think it was like 12 bucks at AutoZone. Pretty cheap, and it comes with like 4 different fittings. I think you can change out the end pieces here. Alright, so we got everything lined up here. We got the clevis pin, the passenger peg, and then you've got that spring washer thing, and then you've got your retaining washer thing on these. So you're just gonna squeeze, push, and it's gonna pretty much pop it over, and then you squeeze it back shut. Alright, and after you get that on there you have it. I just put it on there, and then I put the little pegs back in, and I squeezed it or tightened it up. That's pretty much what it'll look like when you're done. Remember, rounded side inward, you fold it up, and then that's pretty much it. That was definitely a pain. And for all those people that would give me shit about drilling that hole, you can't see it at all, so suck it. Alright, hope you guys have enjoyed it. Just do the same thing for the other side. Deuces.